Bronx Academy of Art and Dance. And this place has been transformed because, I don't know, have you seen it without all the mirrors and all this?
Yes, I have. I came up a couple of days ago and met Arthur Vilas and Cassandra, and was so impressed with this whole, the opportunity for me to even teach here is quite inspiring, you know, because they told me the history and 10 years of what it looked like and what they did and what they've done. I'm amazed and inspired, you know, and kind of envious, because I'm getting ready to do a lot of what he's trying to do, what he's done in Columbus. They're giving me my own theater in Columbus, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
And they're renovating a 500-seat theater for me and everything, which is great. And I'm going to be very happy doing it, and hopefully starting a school and leaving my brother's name, so it's the Maurice and Gregory Hines Performing Arts Center, so my brother's name is left somewhere, which is important. So I'm getting inspired by Arthur and what they've done here.
Yeah, because we've seen this place before, and now to see it today, we have mirrors and we have a bunch of very loud dancers, by the way.
but fabulous dancers.
Fabulous dancers nonetheless, but try to keep it down. Thank you very much. So, you're a star of stage, screen, television.
Well, I don't think screen. I've only done one movie, which was the Cotton Club movie, which was a great movie.
Francis Ford Coppola,
yes,
another legend.
oh yes, and it was.
You are a part of history.
Oh yes,
and you started dancing.
Yes, I started dancing when I was 5, and my brother was 3, Gregory.
For those of you who don't know his brother, another legend,
Gregory Hines. Yes, indeed. Yes. And we started very, very young, and then
with Henry Latang.
No, we actually didn't start with Henry. We started with a guy named the Wenger School of Dance, which is on 125th Street over the Loews.
Oh.
So down the block from the Apollo.
Okay.
And that's where we started. And my mother and father found Henry Latang, who recently passed away in '92, but had a wonderful long life. And without Henry, Greg and I would not have had the career we had, because he gave us the love of dance, not just the steps. And if you don't have the love of dance, then you're not a dancer, because then you're just doing steps. And dancing comes from inside. And that's what I learned. So we started then, and then Henry got a hold of us, and then he sort of turned us into performers as opposed to just dancers. So we became performers and entertainers. And of course we had the great entertainers and performers to focus on. Sammy Davis Jr., and we had gone to the Apollo and we saw Nat King Cole, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, all the greats were working there. Ruth Brown, the great Ruth Brown, who we worked with, and Dinah Washington, who discovered us there and put us on the show with Ruth Brown at the Apollo. So that's how it all began for us. And then it evolved from there.
So speaking of evolving, you and your brother evolved into Hines, and Dad, when your dad joined you, and then we had a trio of great dancers.
Yeah, we did. Well, my father was a drummer. He was a drummer and conducted the orchestra. But we were the Hines kids for so many years, and then worked in Europe, because we were sort of like compared to the Nicholas brothers, the great Nicholas brothers, and we were never as great as they are, but we came after them, and they wanted us to be. So we worked a lot in Europe, in Paris and London, and at the Palladium and the Olympia in Paris. But my mother was lonely without my father, and we were traveling a lot, so we joined him, and he was the drummer for us. And then we brought him up front eventually. And then we did a lot of really hard dates. We did dates in Canada where we did 10 shows a day. It was unbelievable what we did. We worked very, very hard. We paid our dues. Then we did the Playboy Clubs, which we were doing 5 a night then, and Johnny Carson saw us in Chicago.
Yes, I read that.
Yes, that was...
Did you really do 35 appearances on The Tonight Show?
Yes, what happened, it was the last 5 years that he was in New York City. And so it was between us and Diane Carroll, and we were on like every other week. So we did about, it turned out to be about 35 the last 5 years.
That must be a record on the show. I think maybe Bette Midler...
Well, Bette didn't do a lot of his shows. She got very big and did a lot of other shows, and she worked with him in Las Vegas, opened for him in Las Vegas. We never had the great opportunity of opening. We opened for Bill Cosby and Ella Fitzgerald and people like that.
Still great people.
Oh, Ella was unbelievable. That was the greatest I ever been around. And Bill was very wonderful to us, and we're still great friends to this day. You know, and I did his television show 2 years ago, and Gregory and he were very good, close friends until Gregory passed. You know, so I've been very lucky in my life. But now, choreographing, becoming a choreographer with almost totally, even though I do perform every now and then as an actor and in musicals, but as a choreographer, now I'm in the world that I love, the world that's most fulfilling.
So do you prefer choreography as opposed to directing?
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. Without, choreography is my great love, and I don't really, I'm not really thrilled at everything else. I'll do it and I enjoy it. especially now. I had stopped enjoying performing when my brother passed away, and I did a concert in Omaha and really didn't enjoy it, and then stopped. And then went totally into choreography and did that show Hot Feet, which was on Broadway.
It was an immense hit.
Yeah, it was. It was wonderful. And it's going to go on tour, and hopefully next year. And I did that. And then I'm doing another show. I'm doing about 5 different things and some television stuff. So I've been very lucky and very blessed. But when I have the opportunity to come here for Arthur's wonderful school and theater, I jumped at the chance. I jumped at it. And I can't wait to get going with these dances. I can't wait.
So some of the shows you've done, American staples like Guys and Dolls.
Yes, I did that twice. The very first time I did it was 30 years ago with Debbie Allen as Adelaide and Richard Roundtree as Sky and Leslie Uggams, who's a great friend of mine still.
Oh my God, these names.
They're fabulous.
Oh my goodness.
That's fabulous. Fabulous. I'm very blessed, very lucky.
You did
UB on Broadway with Gregory. Did that, so that was wonderful. I did Sophisticated Ladies.
Bring Back Birdie.
Bring Back Birdie with the great Chita Rivera.
Oh my, that name alone just makes you want to jump up and down.
Well, that's legend. That's beyond. That's on another plateau. Yeah. Chita's on another plateau.
So you've had many leading ladies, including Chita Rivera.
Yes.
And Jennifer Holliday.
Yes. These
so who's your favorite?
My favorite, and I did work with her, but only like in a concert level. My ideal is Lena Horne. And I still speak to her to this day. Yeah, there's nobody like that. That's and then of course Ella Fitzgerald. I mean, it's beyond. I mean, and we work with Judy Garland, another great, one of the greats, Carol Channing.
Okay, and you learn. Really excited with all these names.
You learn from them, because you learn from them. That's the thing. Gregory and I were always about learning. We never thought we were all that. Never. And the minute you begin to think you're all that, you're not all that. And I find that a lot happening today. There's a lot of youngsters that have 1 or 2 hit records and they think they're all that. And I feel for them because I know what the industry makes them feel. It's not just them, everybody telling you how fabulous you are. And ain't nobody that fabulous. But when you work with Ella Fitzgerald, you know what fabulous is. Who was. And never thought of herself that. I mean, I asked her, I said, do you know how great you are? And she said, not really. We're doing 2 shows a night here, in Las Vegas with no day off. And they were so smoking then. I don't know how she did it. I don't know how. And never cut a song. Never cut a song. Did an hour every show. We did 30 minutes, she did an hour. And nobody liked her. Nobody liked her. And Lena too. I mean, Lena did 32 songs on Broadway. We don't have no divas that can do that now. Divas after one concert, they can't talk. They're done.
I have laryngitis.
Exactly. We talk about high divas when we talk about Ella and Lena. But now that I'm in choreography and I'm going to get ready to do a show in Europe, I'm getting ready to do a television show with Gregory's son Zachary. It's for HBO. That's another series. Oh, well, we don't have a name. It doesn't have a working title yet. We're just meeting writer producers now.
But you are going to do a show with your nephew?
Yes. Gregory son is a great filmmaker. He just did his first short film that Felicia Rashad and Robert De Niro helped produce. So, yes. Felicia's a good friend of mine, great friend of mine, of course, with Debbie, and we all love each other.
Felicia Rashad, Debbie Allen, Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
These are all people from The Cosby Show.
That's right.
Everyone knows The Cosby Show. It's still on Nick at Night, so everyone knows
The
Cosby Show.
That's right. Great people. Great supporters. They support talent. That's what it is. And if you are talented, and be a nice person,
I always remember Debbie Allen because the first off-Broadway play I did when I came to New York was Fame, and she was in the movie Fame.
That's right.
And she said the famous line, "If you want fame, will fame cost?"
That's right.
And that's like that saying is over my bed. So I always remember Debbie Allen for that.
That was a good phrase. That's a good phrase, although now today it's proven you don't have to do anything to be famous. That was another time.
Go crazy, go to rehab, cut your hair off.
You're famous, baby. Famous. You get series, you get record contracts. That's the reality of our business.
So true. It's changed. How has it changed? You can tell some of the people at home. How has it changed from when you...
It's changed. Well, for me, it was harder. The work was harder. Now, like I said, if you have one hit record, you can fill up arenas, and I feel bad for that because there's no way you know how to do that. That takes time. It takes learning. It took Gregory and I a long time to learn how to really work with an audience. And not just do your hit records. If you have hit records, fine. We never had hit records, so we had to learn our craft. And now you don't learn your craft as much. And so it's not their fault, it's the nature of the business. It's the industry. But in the long run, they suffer. The artist suffers. you know, unless they can have a long career. But a lot of artists are disposable, which is also sad. You know, you have one hit record. If you don't have another one, they go, you know, where's the next one coming up?
So many one hit wonder.
Exactly.
Is there anyone around now that's up and coming that you look at and would like to work with, or you see something in them that you see a longevity?
Well, the one singer that I think, and I don't see enough of her, I don't know if she's still got a recording contract, if not she should have, is Oleta Adams.
Oleta Adams.
I think she's one of the great voices that I've ever heard, and she's got a thing about it. She's got a thing that happens when she performs, and but there aren't too many.
What do you think about Jennifer Hudson?
I think she's fabulous. I think she's a great voice. But you got to remember, I was there with Jennifer Holliday.
Yes,
you see, and Jennifer Holliday that's a freak of nature.
You see the original.
Yeah, it's hard. Even though Jennifer Hudson can sing, she got the pipes of light.
Killed Dreamgirls.
She did. But when you hear Jennifer Holliday's on it, I'm used to that. I'm used to that. I don't put nobody down. But when you hear when you hear the Ella Fitzgerald, it's hard to hear them dolls out there. I'm sorry. I mean, that's just me. Had I not been around then, fine. But you see a Cheetah Rivera walk on the stage. It's hard to see somebody else come behind those girls.
Okay, well, since your dancers will pipe down, I guess they want you to come over there and teach them something. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm ready. I am ready. So believe me.
Give him over to you. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
An honor as an actor. It has been an honor to be in your presence.
Thank you very much.
Go teach those guys something, please.
Well, they're going to teach me, too. They're going to teach me.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time. I'm Teddy Alexandro Evans, and this is the legendary Maurice Hines.
All right.